remember in mid-December last year, as in December 19th, when I was still in Hong Kong, there was a free public transport because of the Legislative Council election. So now I'm already back in here, Sydney, New South Wales. There is going to be free public transport because of previously 24-hour shutdown of rail services by Transport for New South Wales in late February. Well, I came back here late February, but that 24-hour shutdown was before I came back into Sydney. So basically, supposedly there should be, there will be a fair free Friday, so basically free public transport on every Friday. But instead, the government announced free public transport from actually today, April 14th, for 12 consecutive days until April 26th, Tuesday. Yeah, so from April 14th, Thursday, 12 consecutive days all the way across Easter, across Anzac Day to April 26th, Tuesday. So as in from April 14th, it's from 4 a.m. to April 26th, 3:59 a.m. That is equivalent to 12 days. So free public transport here in Sydney, not only in Sydney but also across the network, such as like South Coast, like Wollongong, or Blue Mountain, or Central Coast, Newcastle as well. It's free public transport, not only on buses but also train, of course, tram, and also metro, and also ferries as well. So it's basically free on the Transport New South Wales network. Of course, there are some exemptions, not in those regional services. So you still have to pay for regional coaches or regional New South Wales train, and also you have to pay on airport station, regardless of domestic airport or international airport, because they have for some reason station excess fee. So yes, again, today is April 14th and Thursday. This video will guide you through how where I go during these 12 days of free public transport on not only Sydney but also part of New South Wales. That is, again, not only Sydney but also South Coast, Blue Mountain, Central Coast, and Newcastle services. And I will let you guys see where I do, not where I do, or how I utilize this free public transport in some sense. So let's go. So first stop, I'm now taking the metro from Epping to Chatswood for lunch. So from Epping it's Macquarie University, and then Macquarie Centre, North Ryde, then Chatswood. So it's actually 4 stations from Epping here to Chatswood. I'm going to T Square, the one in Mandarin Centre, for lunch. T Square, there used to be another branch in Glebe, which is pretty close to USyd main campus, but they closed the Glebe one on May 28th last year. So Chatswood, the one in Mandarin Centre, is the only one that T Square is still operating. So even though it's free public transport, from today, April 14th onwards for 12 consecutive days, you still have to tap on or off your Opal card in order to receive a free fare. So I will see you in a few moments in Chatswood to see what I got for my lunch today. So now I'm already at Mandarin Centre and I already got my lunch. That is the T Square. I'm not sure which floor is it, but it's basically in the level of food court. You can see different restaurants. Yes, and that's T Square. Food court here in Mandarin Centre, and my lunch it's actually a set. It's beef minced macaroni in tomato soup with toast. I requested thick toast so that you can see it's kind of thick. For drink, I got myself a large, cold and also large lemon tea. So how do I feel about the lunch? Well, regarding the beef mince, it's moist enough, not dry, pretty smooth as well, and quite a decent, adequate amount to eat with the macaroni in tomato soup. The thick toast though, there is some butter. There is some butter in between the two half kind of thick pieces of toast. It might look a bit dry. Well, it's kind of a little bit dry in my opinion, but it's kind of that crunchy as well, so not too bad, I would say. And with just extra $1 you get that extra huge, thick size of toast. I think that's a pretty good, and I think they toasted the toast. They just serve as soon as the bread it's toasted, so it's still pretty hot. With the macaroni when they freshly made as well, and you can actually see there are some real tomatoes, not those like tomato soup. They might just use those tomato paste or whatever as well, but for the tomato soup there is actually real, actual tomatoes, so that's pretty good. So just now I took the train from Chatswood to Central, and now I'm in Dixon House, indoor, you can say, shopping center near Chinatown. All the way up there it's Chinatown, and now I'm outside taishunco, as you can see, thaishunco in Canto, to let's see if I could get my parents some Tasmanian honey, because they like Tasmanian honey, and I bought Tasmanian honey from this shop several times, and the price is like a pretty good value in my opinion compared to other places that would have provided in Australia or somewhere else, even in Hong Kong as well. So that's the honey I'm talking about from the Asian grocery store. Which I just bought. It's the genuine Tasmanian leatherwood honey from the Tasmanian Honey Company. So it's 1 kilogram or 35 Oz per bottle. And the expiry date, well, not expiry date, but also, in terms of the best before, it's as you can see, September 6th, 2026. So it's more than 4 years from now. So even though I guess because I bought like 2 bottles of these, another bottle is here. Even though like I will probably go back to Hong Kong at the end of this year, not mid-year, it should be fine as long as I keep these 2 bottles of honey indoors without sunshine. And then when I bring back to Hong Kong, my parents, my family won't take like a couple of years to finish these 2 bottles of Tasmanian leatherwood honey, so it should be fine, and I got them. So next stop to University of Sydney main campus to print off some documents. Normally I will walk from Redfern station because that is the closest station, or Central station sometimes if I need to, because it takes money to take the bus from uni to Central station. But for now, because free public transport, not only today, April 14th, but also coming 11 or whatever, 12 days or so. So this time I'm taking a bus from Central station to uni, and they are basically get from Central Station to uni as in UCD, University of Sydney. So here used to be the University of Sydney Cumberland campus, which is basically for health sciences. It's down E Street. That way, all the way, it's a Lidcombe station. You can choose to walk, but it takes around 20-ish minutes to walk from Lidcombe station down south to here, Cumberland campus. Or I just now took the M92, which is only or 9:15 during peak hours, which take around only 5 minutes to get here. So when I was still studying speech pathology, I had classes, lectures, tutorials, or even some placements here. But since 2021, which is a couple of semesters, 1 year ago, all health science students were already kind of moved back to the Camberdown campus, or you can say the Susan Waco health building, aligned with the medical science or nursing students, all in one building back in main campus. So this one, Cumberland campus, or some people we say Cumbo, C-U-M-B-O, it's already no longer in use, but it's still open for now. I don't know how they're gonna use it for later use, but basically this campus technically is already no longer in use, but as you can see, it's still open. And there is as you can see, COVID-19 testing center, I think, near the campus, but from my memory, it's actually drive through. So let's head inside to see, to recall my memories when I was still studying here in the University of Sydney Cumberland campus as part of the Faculty of Health Sciences. If you are, used to be a speechy student studying in Cumberland campus, you must be familiar with this block, because this is a block S for speech. Inside, there's actually used to be a student-run clinic. I forgot the name. The short form. It's CDTRC. Oh, should be communication, whatever treatment. What communication disorders treatment. Communication disorder treatment resources clinic. So they call it CDTRC, where I used to have clinical placement. If in uni there used to be a university clinic here in Cumberland campus, but as in 2021 we all moved back to Cumberland campus, so the descriptions also is already removed. Inside the area there used to be some student alumni photos talking about maybe whatever achievement they do. Those species alumni, but again all already removed. Remember, block S for species. Here block R used to be health sciences library, where you or I study most of the time. So again, with the campus moving back already to Camperdown, you see it's literally nothing in there. So upstairs there are also some self-study areas, room as well, and downstairs as well. R for kind of library. What library? Used to be in Faculty of Health Sciences library. Okay, here's the thing in Building U, because we used to be in Cumberland campus, so we have our own, you can say, student union, as you can see, CSU, Cumberland Student Guild, which is separate and different from USU, University of Sydney Student Union, some sort of thing. We have our own run student union, which is different from the main campus one. So you can used to be bookstore on the right, where you can get some textbooks. Also inside is the tuck shop, or the main canteen area, where you can grab your hot food and some cold food as well. And there is a toilet as well for you to use to do some shit and poo. And downstairs there are even more seating areas. Now you can see from this area it's kind of a little bit, but downstairs of this student guild, there are plenty of more seating options. Used to be for us health sciences students, particularly to chill or hang around whatsoever. My last stop in this already abolished, abandoned Cumberland campus, it's Yanada. Yanada, it used to be the student accommodation on this campus. I initially planned not to live in Epping, because I applied for student accommodation here, because it's the main point, it's on campus, and if you need to go to classes, basically in this campus, it's within reach, I would say. Just a few minutes or a few moments, then you're already from your accommodation here, where you live, to your classes, again, whatever lectures, tutorials, or placements. But there are only like 40 vacancies, at most, in this accommodation. And for health sciences, not only like speechy like me used to be, but also OT, VCO, sport science also. So it's very hard to get a spot. So of course I did not get a spot, and I eventually ended up living in Epping until now. Last stop of the day, for tonight's dinner, Sunming restaurant, sunmingcoffeeloungeandrestaurant. It's actually in Hurstville. So from the Cumberland campus, there are several ways to get to Lidcombe. So I take the bus M92 to Bankstown Central, and then Bankstown Central there are several buses going to Hurstville, and I take 945, and then I just get off around there, and then I walk to here. It's pretty convenient because it's pretty close to Hurstville station, and it's also near Westfield Hurstville. So without further ado, I will head inside to have my dinner at this Sunming restaurant, sunming咖啡 at Hurstville. That's my tonight's dinner. It's the pork blood curd congee. So this brownish or reddish thing, pork blood curd congee. For drink, I got myself a cold fresh brewed coffee. One special thing for I guess most, if not all, cold drinks here in Sunming restaurant, it's they serve the syrup separately so that you can adjust the sweetness of the drink to your liking. So dinner done. The congee, the portion wise, it's pretty huge as well. In my opinion, so I feel like quite full. The pork blood curd, whatever the name, it's kind of a bit bland, but it's pretty smooth as well in terms of texture. And as you can see, there are some green or spring onions and some crackers as some you can say garnish as well. And I later on I add some pepper to enhance the taste of the congee. The congee is not bland, but I add the pepper to make it a bit more tasty, I guess. And I realized not many Hong Kong restaurants, in Australia as well, or in Hong Kong, they will serve the syrup with cold drinks separately. Not many restaurants do that, but here Sunming, at least in Sunming restaurant here in Hurstville, Sydney, does that, which is really appreciated. So that's a wrap for my first day of free public transport, April 14th, Thursday today. Good Friday morning. It's now around 8:40 a.m. in the morning, and I'm going to attend church Good Friday service, as you can see, in the morning. So not the Tenebrae one in the evening. It's morning bilingual service, as in Mandarin and English combined service at 10 a.m. at my church, Southwest Evangelical Church at Kingsgrove. As always, I could have taken the train from Epping to Central, and then Central the train, another train to Kingsgrove. But more practical way in terms of time would be taking the train, also from Epping, but to Burwood instead, then change the bus from Burwood to Kingsgrove. Good Friday. Next stop, Three Sisters in Katoomba. So just now I finished lunch, and then I took the train to Central, and then now I'm waiting, which is slightly more than half an hour from now, from here Central Station to Katoomba. Yes, the closest station to Three Sisters is from Katoomba. So it's a bit far, because from train wise from here Central to Katoomba, I think it's slightly around 2 hours. And first stop, as you can see, at Strathfield, then Lidcombe, Parramatta, Blacktown, Penrith, Emu Plains, Lapstone, Glenbrook, Blackland, Warramoo, Valley Heights, Springwood, Falconbridge, Linden, Woodford, Hazelbrook, Lawson, Booragoora, Wentworth Falls, Lura, and then Katoomba. I already forgot how many stops it is, but it takes around 2 hours from Central Station to Katoomba. So by the time I get there, then to Three Sisters should be around 4-ish p.m. What a long journey. And yeah, because I'm sitting in a non-quiet carriage, I mean like a normal carriage, so I can speak like at a normal volume, because like some trains, I mean this intercity train, sometimes there are 8 cars, so with 4 quiet carriages, so 2 at the back, 2 in the middle, or sometimes, well, this Blue Mountains line train, yes, from Central to Katoomba, it's a Blue Mountains line train, and there are 4 cars only, so 1 at the front and 1 at the back. So anyway, so just now where I have lunch, if you are smart enough, I actually have lunch at Sunming in Hurstville again, but this time it's with my church brothers and sisters after this morning's Good Friday bilingual Mandarin and English service, and I got myself salted fish, minced pork and eggplant with rice, which is basically in Canto 魚香茄子飯, and I got myself a drink also called basically cold tea and coffee mix in Hong Kong style, which is basically in Cantonese again dong yin yang. Basically you can't really taste salted fish because probably it's already quite salty, but I couldn't really taste. Maybe they could put a little bit more of salted fish next time, but otherwise the minced pork and the eggplant and the sauce is pretty adequate amount, and I would like to really appreciate the minced pork because it's kind of like those fatty ones compared to some other minced pork which might be kind of thin, but this one, the minced pork, it's pretty more a bit of a fatty texture, so it's really, when you eat, it's really smooth, and it's a bit of spiciness as well, but that spiciness is really spot on because it really goes well with the rice. So for coincidence, I have Sunming for food again, but this time lunch, obviously in less than 24 hours. So from Hurstville to Katoomba, obviously there are many other ways, but whenever you go, you still have to get the Blue Mountains line train to Katoomba, and it comes every hour, I mean I think 1 hour per train, so that's why anyway I just now took the train from Hurstville to Central, waiting for a while. Now I'm taking a train from Central 2-ish hours to Katoomba. Here we are at Three Sisters, as you can see, 1, 2, 3 at Eco Point, Katoomba, Blue Mountains. It's a bit cool up here because, you know, mountains, right? Around Blue Mountains, down over there should be somewhere scenic world before sunset. Nice. Okay, talking about how to get to this Three Sisters, this natural scenery. You can actually walk from Katoomba station, but it takes around 20-ish minutes. If you're lucky enough, you can actually catch the bus 686, which is from Katoomba station via here, Eco Point up there to the scenic world. So 686 connects Katoomba station and here Eco Point, as well as down scenic World down there, which I went there twice. Once with myself and once with my parents when they visited Sydney a couple of years ago. And this is the Three Sisters. If you have time, you can also do some bush walk. Not sure if you can see some people down there, but it's already few minutes past 5:15. It's already 5:20ish something now, so probably gonna do a bit more photos or some sort of sightseeing around here. Not really some bushwalking because it's already a bit late. Then yeah, that's my visit, taking 2-ish hours of train from Hurstville via Central to Katoomba here. Well, the scenic world is not actually down there. It's actually here, up here, and down here. That's the scenic world. I went there twice, once with myself and once with my parents respectively. So for Good Friday dinner, I have it in Cattlefish, which is in Katoomba Street, the main street to Katoomba Station, but it's very dark outside. Anyways, it's kind of famous for burgers and fish and chips, so I got myself a fried fish burger. As you can see, that's the fish. It comes with you can get for the burger a la carte or at like a meal deal with the not chips but onion rings as well, and it comes with drink of 600 ml of water or 375 ml can of thing. I got myself a Coca-Cola. The right is ketchup, the left is a barbecue sauce. You just add yourself to your liking. Not sure if you can see the onion rings, and then also add some extra, I guess, chicken, not guess, it's actually chicken salt to enhance the flavor. That's my dinner at Cattlefish in Katoomba. The fish burger, which comes with side of onion rings and a can of drink, which is Coca-Cola. Oops, I almost forget to tell how my dinner is, because just now my phone almost kind of ran out of battery. So anyway, this restaurant, Cattlefish, so good, like it's still open. Even on Good Friday, which is like not like it's actually a public holiday, and there are no extra surcharge, because you guys remember in the afternoon I had Sunming restaurant. In Sunming restaurant I had lunch, and basically each item. So I got the salted fish, minced pork, and eggplant with rice, and also the tea. Cold tea and coffee mix in Hong Kong style. Both items, because of public holiday, it's both $1 extra. So I actually should have paid $2 extra because of today public holiday, Good Friday. But for this one, just now I had the fish burger, comes with the side of onion rings and a can of Coca-Cola in Cattlefish in Katoomba. It's the actual price. I do not pay any extra, even though today is public holiday, which is good. I really appreciate that. They still do like normal price even in public holiday as well. So it's actually pretty good, because for the beer batter, the batter of the onion ring, it's pretty thin, so that it doesn't cover the texture of the onion ring. Yes, and the fish as well, it's, even though it's inside the burger, yes, it's still really crispy as well. The fish inside is really smooth as well. And for some restaurants, for this restaurant as well, they give you chicken salt and normal salt for you to choose to add some more of taste if you like. And for me, my personal advice is, if you want a better taste, chicken salt is always better than normal salt. So I'm pretty impressed. But the only thing I'm a bit little bit upset is about the price. Well, I mean, the price is already like normal, even though today is public holiday, no extra surcharge. But I mean, because the fish burger, if you the fish burger itself, it's $10.90, and then if you add extra $5, then you get the side of onion rings and a can of Coca-Cola. So it's $15.90 in total with this deal. But if you get the ring separate, it's $3. If you get the Coca-Cola separate, that's $2.80. So if you get everything separate, that would have been $16.70. So that means I ordered the meal set, only saved 80 cents, which is less than $1. So it doesn't feel like if you order the meal, you save a lot. Although I have to say, like, with $15 in general, that's a pretty good price, pretty good quality with the fish and also the rings as well, and even like the whole burger in general. It's not too fancy, simple ingredient, and it tastes pretty good, especially even in Katoomba with this price. But only save 80 cents for a meal compared to all three things ordered separately. Doesn't feel like you save that efficient. It would have been better if you save like at least $1. That would have been better. So that's the second day. Good Friday, April 15th of free public transport. Today is April 16th, Saturday, few minutes past 2, and now I'm at, if you could recognize, in Lidcombe Centre. So I took the train from Epping all stop to Stratford to Lidcombe. Fun fact, Lidcombe Centre is also, obviously in Lidcombe, but like on the other side of used to be Cumberland campus. So Cumberland campus is on the south side of the station. Here Lidcombe Centre is on the northern side of Lidcombe Centre. The northern side of Lidcombe Station, So similarly, you have to walk 20-ish minutes from Lidcombe Station to Lidcombe Centre, and also similarly, you can also take the bus, which is M92. So M92 actually connects used to be Cumberland campus to Lidcombe Station, then also to here Lidcombe Centre as well, which is also around 5 minutes, because M92 originally is from Sutherland all the way to Paramount, and that's not the main point. So one of the purpose in Lidcombe Centre for me is have a haircut. I normally go to here at a classic cuts for men, which is just behind just behind where I am sitting, just behind, inside at least this level. So as you can see just now behind, I'm now again at Chowbellacafe for lunch. So this is the fettuccine vegetarian, which at least you can see some Parmesan cheese, parsley, and some sun-dried tomato as well. So yes, it's a vegetarian dish, vegetarian lunch on Saturday. And I also got myself a large flat white. So interestingly, some cafes here in Australia, at least not that popular in Hong Kong, but they offer 3 serving sizes, so small, large, and extra large. At least in this Chowbellacafe. And normally for myself, I prefer a kind of a medium-sized coffee. So between small, large, and extra large, I normally go for large. So this one as well, large flat white. Haircut done in classic cuts for men, and also lunch as well in Chowbellacafe, both in Lidcombe Centre. I guess not so good, but I think quite a norm here for haircut. It's they do not include wash as well, so there will always be some tiny hair drops around your head, neck or so, which is a bit annoying, but I don't really mind, because even though some haircut includes wash as well, there is still some hair bits around your head and neck as well. So at the end of the day, at night you will have a shower anyway. So I mean that's what I observe here in Sydney when I have the haircut. And talking about the lunch, the fettuccine vegetarian, it's dairy vegetarian, I reckon, because there is a Parmesan cheese according to the menu, or actually what I see, I taste in the fettuccine as well. And you can see the color is quite reddish because of not only those semi-dried tomato, although I might prefer cherry tomato, but because the sauce, the base of the sauce, it's Napolitana, which is some basically tomato-based sauce, if in my knowledge, if I'm correct. But it's actually tastes pretty good. The taste really appetizing, and not too much, but also not too little sauce to eat with the not rice. I mean fettuccine with the mushroom and also the onion as well, to give you that extra bit of crunchiness into the fettuccine. So that's yeah, not too bad, I guess, for the fettuccine vegetarian what I had just now for lunch. The only thing about the chowbellacafe, it's might be a bit expensive compared to other cafes that I have before across Sydney or even like Australia. Like I have been to interstate cafes or so, and not sure if I mentioned before, if I go to Lidcombe Centre like for lunch or somewhere else, I normally go to chowbellacafe because I'm pretty familiar with the staff as well, especially with the boss as well. The female boss, she is from Hong Kong, but probably migrated to here for quite a while ago, and her husband is Malaysian Chinese. So in the cafe you will see some Malaysian inspired, such as those curried items. So that's pretty interesting, and the service is really friendly, and they love some small chit chat as well, which is one of the purpose of a cafe. Not only the decor, not only the food quality, but also the interaction between customers and the staff. So that's it. But not yet. That's it for printing next week's documents. The closest station to use it's Redfern. So just now, after finish haircut and then lunch, I took the M92 right to Lidcombe, and then I actually got off at a train from Lidcombe to Redfern and then to Uni, and then now I'm on the train again to. I mean, it's really rare that I take the train to the west. To the east of Redfern. As you can see, the next stop is Central actually from Redfern. I normally go to the west of Redfern if I take the train from Redfern to somewhere else, but now I'm actually taking the train to North Shore here. North Shore of Sydney, which is in this T1 North Shore line. It's which station? Not yet available, but at least it would go past through Central Station first.
Next stop, Town Hall.
So with the free public transport, at least in not only in Greater Sydney but parts of New South Wales, you want to try to explore as much as possible. And actually, I mean, it's almost 6:30 at night, and I'm gonna have dinner at Artarmon. So that's my dinner. For food in Mandarin, it's yansuji, which is basically deep fried chicken with basil and 5 spices, which are, according to Google, should be Sichuan peppercorn, fennel, cloves, star anise, and cinnamon. So yes, Sichuan peppercorn, fennel, cloves, star anise, and cinnamon. Yeah, and also the drink or soup is fishball soup. As you can see, there are 5 pieces of fishball with some spring onion, coriander, and fried garlic as for the garnish. So this is my dinner. So you can probably see I'm in the metro now because I just finished dinner at taipeichefrestaurant, just I think 1 minute walk from Artarmon station, and now I'm going back home. Before the metro, there used to be one direct train from Artarmon back to Epping, of course, through here, Chatswood, and then North Ryde, Macquarie Park, Macquarie University, then Epping. But since the metro came into service, it's actually sometime around May in 2019, I have to change the Sydney Metro at Chatswood. So talking about the dinner just now, I can tell you from my observation, it's pretty authentic because the staff, from what I can hear speak, you can say Taiwanese Mandarin accent, and also the customers, I can probably tell they speak Taiwanese Mandarin in that kind of accent as well. So when you visit a normal a restaurant, if you see like that people, restaurant from that country or area, to some extent that restaurant provides authentic food and drinks. So for the deep fried chicken, the yansuji, the basil is the king of flavor in this dish. If you can't, if you don't see or if you don't taste the basil in deep fried Taiwanese deep fried chicken, that means that dish is fucked off. Thankfully, for Taipei Chef Restaurant, they do have the basil, which is deep fried, of course, to give that extra bit of crispy flavor and taste as well. And the main character, the chicken, it's because how good is that they chop the chicken into a bite size, so that several heaps of small bites, so that you can basically bite it with your mouth, easy size. Yes, and it's crispy, juicy, and tender, and the batter is so thin that you can, it's basically touched to the chicken as well, which is pretty nice. And don't look at the portion; it's actually so small. If you enjoy it by myself, like me, I can probably do that as a main, or maybe like an entree or snack for several several people to share. And for the fishball soup, as you can see, yes, there are 5 pieces of fishball, which is kind of my expectation of the amount of fishball, and also with those garnishes as well. It's served nice and hot, which really warms up your body. Today is Easter Sunday, April 17th, It's now almost 5 minutes past 1 a.m. and now I'm taking a train from Epping to domestic airport. And why I'm standing actually in Mascot station, because for free public transport, it actually excludes airport station because they have excess fee. So you have to pay extra more regardless of domestic or international airport stations. So in my example, from Epping to domestic airport station, if you pay by Opal card, that will be $15.13. From Epping to Mascot, because no airport station, it's free of charge. And from domestic airport station to the closest station, which is without excess fee, which is here in Mascot, it's only at $6.83. So by exiting the gate here, although it's open, but you have to pay your Opal card, tap on and off by your honesty, and then tap on again here to get to domestic airport, you will actually save $8.30. So because of the length of the video, this free long time no free public transport 2.0 will be cut into 2 halves, and that is the wrap of the so-called first half. So be sure to subscribe to this channel and basically, I guess, like this video so that you won't miss out the second half of free public transport to see where I travel across Sydney and other parts, but not, some parts of New South Wales.